Welcome back, history buffs and mystery fanatics. Today, we're diving into the darkest corners of human history. Not for grand battles or epic discoveries, but for the chilling tales of the unknown. We're talking true crime, the kind that keeps you awake at night. Specifically, we're exploring 3 legendary cases. These are the ones where the perpetrators walked free, the answers vanished into thin air, and justice remains a phantom limb. You want to prepare yourselves for a journey into the truly perplexing. These are 3 unsolved mysteries that continue to baffle investigators and armchair detectives alike. First up, we travel back to the gritty, gaslit streets of Victorian London. The year is 1888, and a terrifying shadow has fallen over the poverty-stricken district of Whitechapel. A monstrous killer stalks the alleyways, preying on vulnerable women. This, of course, is the reign of terror of Jack the Ripper. The Ripper's victims, primarily prostitutes, suffered unimaginably brutal fates. Marianne Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly are the 5 canonical victims. Each murder was more gruesome than the last, suggesting a killer with surgical knowledge and an insatiable bloodlust. The mutilations were horrific, designed to shock and terrify the entire city. The police investigation was frantic but ultimately futile. Despite the era's limitations, detectives tirelessly interviewed thousands of people. They collected what little forensic evidence they could. Yet, the killer always seemed to vanish into the fog-laden streets, leaving behind only fear and unanswered questions. The public was gripped by a mixture of terror and morbid fascination. Newspapers fueled the hysteria with lurid details and sensational headlines. The killer even taunted the authorities with chilling letters, on some signed, Jack the Ripper. This moniker quickly became synonymous with the epitome of evil. Suspects were numerous, ranging from royalty and doctors to barbers and Polish immigrants. But none were ever definitively proven to be the elusive killer. Over a century later, the identity of Jack the Ripper remains one of the most enduring mysteries in criminal history. Was it Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber? Or perhaps Walter Sickert, a famous painter? A DNA analysis has been attempted on surviving evidence. However, the results are often debated and inconclusive, leaving us no closer to the truth. The dark legend of Jack the Ripper persists, a chilling reminder that some monsters simply get away. Our next stop brings us forward in time and across the Atlantic to Northern California. The late 1960s and early 1970s were a turbulent era, and amidst the counterculture, a new kind of terror emerged. This was the era of the Zodiac Killer, like a serial murderer who terrorized the Bay Area with a series of brutal attacks and cryptic messages. His crimes were characterized by their randomness and his chilling communication with the public. The Zodiac's first confirmed victims were high school students David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, shot to death on a lover's lane in December 1968. Later, Darlene Ferrin was killed and Mike Mageau injured in July 1969. Brian Hartnell was stabbed and Cecilia Shepard killed in September 1969. The Zodiac's final confirmed victim was taxi driver Paul Stein, murdered in October 1969. The attacks were seemingly unconnected, yet connected by the same chilling signature. What made the Zodiac Killer truly unique was his brazen taunting of the media and police. He sent numerous letters to local newspapers, boasting about his crimes and revealing details only the killer would know. These letters often included bizarre ciphers and challenging authorities and amateur sleuths to decode his true identity and motives. The ciphers, though partially cracked, never fully yielded the killer's name. The investigation became a massive undertaking involving multiple law enforcement agencies, including the FBI. Public fear reached a fever pitch. People scrutinized every stranger, wondering if they might be the enigmatic Zodiac. Despite the vast resources poured into the case, the Zodiac Killer seemed to be a master of evasion. His methods were meticulous, leaving little physical evidence behind. Many suspects emerged over the years. Arthur Lee Allen was a prominent one, a a former school teacher with a suspicious past. Another was Richard Gaikowski, a journalist whose appearance matched some witness descriptions. Yet, forensic evidence, witness testimony, and circumstantial clues never definitively linked any single individual to the Zodiac crimes. Like Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac killer simply vanished. Now he remains an anonymous specter, his motives and true identity forever shrouded in mystery. Now, let's journey into a truly bizarre and tragic event, one that defies easy explanation. We travel to the remote snow-covered Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. The year is 1959. 9 experienced hikers led by Igor Dyatlov embarked on a challenging expedition. They were all skilled adventurers, well prepared for the harsh conditions. What they encountered, however, was far beyond anything they could have anticipated. The group failed to report back as scheduled. A search party was eventually dispatched. What they discovered was horrifying and deeply perplexing. Their tent was found abandoned, ripped open from the inside. Their equipment, clothes, and food were left behind, suggesting a frantic, immediate escape into the freezing night. The bodies of the 9 hikers were discovered scattered across the icy landscape, some partially clothed. Although the official cause of death for most was hypothermia, however, several bodies bore extremely unusual injuries. One victim had a fractured skull, 2 others had major chest trauma, described as being hit by a car. One woman, Lyudmila Dubinina, was found with her tongue, eyes, and part of her mouth missing. The decomposition was inconsistent with the environment. Furthermore, some of their clothing contained traces of radiation. The Soviet authorities quickly launched an investigation, and they concluded the group died from a compelling unknown force. This vague explanation only fueled wild speculation. The area was cordoned off for years, adding to the secrecy and mystery. Was it an avalanche despite the clear weather and lack of typical avalanche evidence? Or perhaps an encounter with a local indigenous tribe, a theory quickly dismissed? Many theories have been put forward to explain the Dyatlov Pass incident. Some suggest military testing gone wrong, involving secret weapons or experiments. Others point to infrasound, a low-frequency sound that can induce panic and disorientation. More outlandish explanations include a Yeti attack, alien encounters, or a paranormal phenomenon. The bizarre circumstances, the inexplicable injuries, and the lack of a coherent explanation have solidified the Dyatlov Pass incident as one of the world's most unsettling unsolved mysteries. So there you have it, 3 cases that continue to haunt us: Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer, and the Dyatlov Pass incident. Each a testament to the fact that sometimes, even with our best efforts, the truth remains elusive. They remind us that some stories have no clean ending, no satisfying resolution. The human fascination with these dark puzzles will surely continue, as we forever seek answers to the questions that defy us. If you found this deep dive into the unsolved intriguing, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so tell us in the comments below. Which of these cases do you find most baffling? Do you have your own theories? And for more chilling historical tales and intriguing mysteries, make sure to subscribe to HI History. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another journey into the unknown. Thanks for watching.